Hope you cleared your schedule.
What's up, YouTube? This is Ultimate Shield 340 back again with a Division 2 video this time. So it's actually been quite some time since the last time I played some Division 2. Heard a lot of good things that were coming in the future for the Division 2 and decided to, re-download the game onto my PlayStation 5 and play. So here we are. So in the background footage, you'll see me go with another agent. We are going to face rogues in this gameplay. And the title of this video is really going to come into, it's going to be very important whenever I kind of explain to you what's going on here. This one is called Overcoming the Odds. I wanted to actually sort of show you a few things and talk to you guys all about like some real life stuff. Before I get into it, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really do appreciate that. Now, let's get into it. So I'm going to kind of use the background information, or I should say the background footage, to sort of illustrate my point here. Whenever we go into this scenario here, I actually was not paying attention to the directives that the guy had on, the leader of the group he had on. In particular, he has cool skills on, which I absolutely hate. And I actually switched to a skill build, so that kind of really sucked. But then, you have to sort of make the best of what you have available to you. And I wanted to explain to you how you do that. And although this is about a video game, I wanted to explain that this is also can be, used in real life. So, overcome the odds. You need to, first of all, you need to have the mindset that you're going to persevere under any and all circumstances. No matter what situation comes your way, you are going to succeed. But how do you do that exactly? First of all, what you have to do is you have to identify what the problem is. Our particular issue is rogues, and my issue is that I don't have the correct kind of build set up to address the rogues in the way that I think would have been much more effective. You can see I'm going out there throwing my skills. Just realize now that it is cool skills, and so now I'm kind of in a pickle, so to speak. So you just have to kind of make do and make the best of what you have available to you, and identify the problem. Right now, these are the two problems, and what can I do as an individual to either mitigate these issues or to circumvent the issue altogether. So in the first case of the rogues, um, there is something that you actually can do. If you're a player of the Division 2, you know kind of what the rogues and the hunters will do in the sense of they will continue to use their skills, try and surround you, and then eventually they will rush you if you are not aggressive enough, as you can kind of see us do here. As you can see, I'm going to use the greatest tactic in the entire game, the cover-to-cover system, to reposition myself into a better position. Notice here that, the problem was that I was out of position and that rogue was there to try and kill me, right? I was able to get myself out of that situation because I was able to use the cover-to-cover system and mitigate that particular issue, because if I had just stayed where I was at, I was going to get shot in the back, I was going to go down, that would have been all bad. Um, so that's the first thing. Identify what the problem is or figure out what you can do to mitigate it. The other issue that I brought up was issues about my build, right? What can I do about my build in this situation to either mitigate the issue or, address it or circumvent the issue altogether? Unfortunately, there's really not anything I can do about that except, just use my guns and stuff, as you can see me use in the background, to try and just, shoot the guy down. One other thing that I also did not realize while I was in this scenario is that this particular issue as well is the fact that I'm going to eventually run out of ammunition. Again, I did not realize that that was what the issue was going to be whenever I started this. Otherwise, I would have chosen a different build. But again, here we are. Um, Again, there's nothing I can do about it, but reposition and try and use your tools that you have available to your at your disposal to address or mitigate the issue. The other issue about the rogues too is that as you go through any problem in life, make sure you're watching and paying attention to like any new problems that arise. One of the things about the agents that you just saw, the rogue agents that you've seen, was that they're actually healing. They have I guess a turret that's healing them, and so eventually you're going to have to address that issue. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a very long fight, which we are due to some of the issues I had explained to you before. Now, I'm not sitting here and going to tell you that I would have not struggled, or, it would not have taken us a very long time to do it had I had the right build, but I would have been better prepared to address the issues that I had told you about before, the issues with the rogues, their behavior, the kind of tech and things that they're using, which creates new problems. Again, you see them rushing us, and now I have to reposition to use cover to cover. And then two, making sure that it's my build that's also the problem. There's not too much I can do to mitigate these issues beyond just doing the best I can for right now. So, what is the next thing you need to do whenever you have identified the problem? You need to figure out how do you persevere here. Well, the next thing you have to do is use every tool at your disposal to overcome the issue, right? So I had already described in probably one of my very first videos on this channel, I said that cover to cover system was the one of the best tactics in the entire game. For those of you who do not know, if you use the cover to cover system, you actually have increased defense against ranged weaponry. So if you do get shot, you actually won't take as much damage. It doesn't matter who you're getting attacked by, you won't take as much damage. But then two, if you're ranged and you're using the cover to cover system, they will typically miss a lot more, which will also increase your survivability, and you could reposition into a more favorable position, and you also move a lot faster when you're using the cover to cover system. The other part about that, and like I said before, using every tool to your advantage, had I been able to use the correct build, it's actually the survivalist specialization, where every time you use your cover to cover system, you're going to get a little bit of ammo. Now, I don't have that survivalist here on this particular build, or at least I don't think I do. But again, that's an example of how you can use your tool to mitigate the issues that you have available to you, right? Using your tools at your disposal. Because if I had ran out of ammo, as you see in the background footage, I could have kind of did a cover to cover system back and forth. Now, it's not going to give me a whole lot of ammo, but every little bit counts, and you're going to be able to start to move the battlefield uphill, not just in Division 2, but in real life, if you use every small thing to your advantage, right? Every small tool, every little thing that you can do to give yourself just a little bit more of an advantage is going to really help you to overcome and persevere over all obstacles. The other thing is that it's my teammate as well, using every tool to your disposal. And when I say this, I don't mean that he's a tool or anything like crass like that. Like, I'm not that kind of person to like dog on another player or anything. But the point I'm trying to make here is that because there's two of us, my teammate does take some of the aggro, meaning that, if they are focused on my teammate, as you'll see in the background video, that means I can get a few free shots off. And again, helping us to DPS down the agents, and then helping us to get to where helping us to succeed against overwhelming odds. And then the same thing goes in reverse. If they are shooting at me, hopefully my teammate can reposition in a better spot and can get those shots off as well. The next thing is that you need to learn from your mistakes and figure out a plan, right? So in this particular situation, the rogue agent has now rushed me, right? What should I do here in this scenario? And come up with a plan. I'm getting shot. I use the cover to cover system and reposition myself in a better place, and I would have went down had I just continued to stay there and tried to fight him outright. Again, using that tool to your advantage, the enemies are now focused on my teammate. They kind of retreated, and I'm able to reposition myself using the cover to cover to get to a better position, so that we could kind of win the day. My teammate now goes down. I'm going to heal myself. Again, take care of yourself first. I kind of messed up there, but it's okay. And reposition and get your teammate up to help you increase your odds of survival, to do all the things that you need to do. Now, as I stated before, you need to come up with a plan and think of like all the things that you did before that helped you out. The cover to cover system has again helped me to survive. Again, I keep going over and over all about cover to cover. It has been so helpful in helping me increase my survivability, which is something that goes across all builds. It does not matter what kind of build you have. If you utilize the cover to cover system, you're definitely going to increase your odds of survival. As you can see here, I'm also aiming at the healing turret down below, as opposed to the agents. Again, this is a new issue that has now arisen, so I have to take care of that. And now they're again focused on my teammate, allowing me to get those shots off so that we can DPS the bosses down, and we can, you know, use that to our advantage to sort of win the day. So I'm combining all of these things that I just talked to you about all in one video, and you can kind of see this all in real time. Again, this is, although we are using the Division as the sort of the focal point of this conversation, but this is something that you can use in real life as well. It does not matter what you have, whatever obstacle that you have in your way. If you take the time to prepare yourself, use every tool at your advantage, know your enemy, and be flexible. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Be flexible, because even if you use say like if you had a plan and you try to execute the plan and it doesn't work out, you need to be able to think on your feet and come up with another plan to be able to sort of review, or try and win the day, so to speak. And if all else fails and you do not succeed, you need to learn from your mistakes. What did you do right? What did work? What did not work? What are some things that you could do better? And in this way, you're going to be able to overcome the odds, as you can kind of see us do before, do in the background. Now that we are kind of on the offense now, you want to push forward and push the advantage. And that's the last tip I want to give to you. After you've done all those things and you start to kind of go uphill, what you want to do is you want to use all these things to push forward and go on the offensive, right? Now that we have sort of the rogue agents on their back foot, now we need to push forward and press our advantage. And then don't give them a chance to regroup and get better or do better or anything like that. Again, you see me use my hive skill in the background. I'm going to, again, shoot that guy. But I also did notice that this agent was right here. And now we're going to, again, continue to address the issue at hand. He had his healing turret out. I used my skill to press the advantage, stun it, disable it. And now we just burn this guy down. And now we are able to, kind of continue to move forward. So that's sort of what I have here. I'm going to let the rest of the footage in the background play, just so you can see if we were able to be successful or not. This is Ultimate Shield 340 signing off. And, again, feel free to leave a comment down below. You all seem to be really enjoying these sort of real life discussions with the, video games in the back. That's what it seems like to me, at least, as far as the analytics are concerned. You seem to really enjoy this and really, kind of reflect on these. So I'll probably do a few more of these if I don't have any more gameplay to talk to you all about, or, any specific thoughts to share. So yeah, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that I've earned your subscription, or at least a like and a share in the comments. So Ultimate Shield 340 signing off, and I'll see you in Division 2. Peace.